Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this has Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a new review. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Happy Fragrant Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Some of you who watch me right when the episode pops noticed I'm a little bit late today, and you can probably tell why. This week I had a cold, and I did not have a voice for a couple of days, and I'm slowly gaining it back just in time to deliver the episode. It is strained, so if I start to cough and just lose it completely, my voice, not my sanity, that's been gone long ago, I will go ahead and just shut it down a little early. So thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's a weird day because I'm drinking tea and sleeping and trying to rest and drinking tons and tons of water. It is 27 below zero wind chill factor out today, and of course I'm going to do the right thing, being sick and 27 below, the appropriate, the mature thing, and go to a hockey game tonight. Anyway, you have seen the title and the description, so this is none other than Azzaro, the most wanted Parfum. Last week, I reviewed the most wanted Eau de Parfum Intense, and this week I am checking out the most wanted Parfum. Now, you might say two things. Actually, you might say, wait a minute, does that emblem look a little bit like... we already know that right there is the coolest channel on YouTube. We know that. This must be then the coolest emblem and travel spray store on the internet as well. You would be right. And because it is professional, you're probably thinking, must it be Jerry over at Lux Gentlemen's Society? And again, you would be correct. You're 2 for 2. So don't forget, for all of your travel spray needs, check out his website that is in the description box. And you can always get 10% off if you put in TCG10. TCG10, and that is my first ever coupon code. So I'm so happy. So check out that website. And he sent this one in on request because I tried. Remember, I bought this one outright, and I just really wanted to try this one. So let's dive in, shall we? I've got a plethora of notes here, and let's see how we do. This is a 2022, so last week when I reviewed this one, this is a 2019, this is a 2022, and I think it's a woody spicy. The reason why I say that is because I did see somewhere that it was they listed it as a fougere spicy. I don't think that it is, because fougere is fern-like, and I don't see anything here that would suggest that. So I'm going to go woody spicy. You guys can correct me if I am wrong. Now, this one is wildly popular. Wow, this one really has a lot of hype to it. And is it overhyped? Well, you'll just have to stay tuned and find out. Let's go over some of the notes. This is the first time that I've ever reviewed a fragrance that has red ginger in it. So I don't know what that is, but I just wanted to point that out. This is red ginger in the top, woodsy notes in the mid, and then bourbon vanilla in the base. And so this is a 3-note, quite linear fragrance. This guy here has one mission. Okay? This guy here has one mission. Go to a club, walk by somebody, and get or speed dating, okay? Walk by somebody and you will get noticed. Okay? The sillage on this one is excellent. Now, this one kind of reminds me a little bit of Mont Blanc Individuel, which looks like individual with an E in it. It's 2003 release. I'm a huge fan of Individuel. I love that one. It's the great popsicle one. It's sexy, it's masculine, it's sweet, it's right up my alley. Absolutely love it. I had like 2 or 3 bottles of it. I could not get enough. And this one is grape cough syrup, which I could probably use right now. This one is definitely grape cough syrup meets a little tiny bit of ginger ale. So you're thinking, wow, that's because it is fizzy. It's fizzy and it's light, but then it's got this very distinct grape cough syrup to it. That's it. I mean, it is very linear from the initial blast onward. For me, it stays the same. Now, that is not a detraction. I just want to point that out. This guy is not original. This is one of those fragrances that really pisses off frag heads because they go to clubs and women will ask a guy what he's wearing and it's this, and they will walk by with their $440 of Creed Viking and not get any compliments. That's why frag heads a lot of times really, really hate these fragrances because they are crowd pleasers. They're meant to sell. And so this is another one. This is where this one here shines more as an intimate night in or out, a date. This guy is definitely for your clubbing, your speed dating, whatever. I don't even know what that is, by the way. I just hear it all the time. But when you're interacting with a lot of people, hoping to gain some attention and attraction, this will do that. It seeks out attention, and it has met its mission. So, grape cough syrup meets a little bit of ginger ale. It is not original. It is sexy. It is. It's for the sweet folks, though. I like sweet ones. The woodsy notes, quite frankly, in the mid are really toned down, and then the vanilla and the ginger ale, the red ginger, are toned way up. So it is youthful. It is a sexy, clubbing, youthful, attention-getting fragrance, and it's worth the money. These guys know what they're doing. It's not original. Doesn't have to be. 90% of people don't really care about originality, and they don't want, Belgian flapjacks to, syrup, all a smell. They just want something that really smells nice, or actually sexy, attractive. This one does that, and it has a lot of longevity, projection, and sillage. So let's get to that. This one has 6 to 8 hours. Closer to 8. You will get a work shift, but I don't think I'd wear this to work necessarily. But I mean, it is an 8-hour shift. So if you put this on at 5 o'clock at night, you're good till 1, 2 easily. No problems at all. Even standing outside for a half hour to get into the club, it will not deter this guy from meeting his mission. It is a man on a mission. So the longevity was great. Projection is also great. You're going to get 6 hours. And then sillage is where I think it shines, because that means a scent cloud or a scent bubble, scent trail. So when you're walking past people and garnering, it will garner attention, and it will get the compliments that you seek out, and then you can start talking to that person. So it's a great way to open a conversation. I also like it too because I wouldn't know, because obviously I'm clearly well past the clubbing age, but I have a feeling that Dior Sauvage might, and even Dior Sauvage Elixir might be kind of hitting their run. Not that they're, it's great, but I just mean as far as the clubbing sense go. The only danger, I guess, would be, the old "do you want to smell like everyone else" thing. Most guys don't get past. Most guys don't even care about that. Guys just want to wear something that's hot, sexy, and will get them attention. This does that. So, if you want to quote unquote smell very different from the masses and completely different from everyone else, yeah, this one wouldn't be the choice. But that's why it's a crowd pleaser. It's powdery, it's sexy, it's sweet, it's ultra sweet. So be careful with that. And it's going to be, if it already isn't, it's going to be a huge seller for Azzaro. Now, the parfumés, by the way, for this one there were 3, and I'm going to add one more to it. There are 4 parfumés, and it's so much fun to say. Let's see if I can say it while sick. Michel Gérard, Nadège Le Galandizek, Chiamala Maisondieu, and Roxanne Kirkpatrick. So 3 tongue twister, all français, and then all of a sudden we bust out with a Roxanne Kirkpatrick. Interesting there. So she is the 4th add-on. So the first 3 with the French names were the parfumés who did this one, and then a 4th add-on was for this guy here. So 3 out of 4 are the same, and then there's the 4th one, which is the addition. Okay, so with regard to the seasons, this one is definitely a fall-winter, and you could even convince me to spring, but I'm going to say a fall-winter is where it shines. as far as seasons. It's clearly a nighttime. I don't need to tell you that, but it's not really a daytime fragrance at all. This would be definitely more suited for the night, as it is a quote-unquote weapon of seduction. In terms of the gender breakdown, because it is sweet, this one's interesting, isn't it? Because you could convince me that it's closer to unisex, and I'm going to go with 66-34, actually. I'm going to go with that split. 66%, two-thirds of the people who buy this, who wanted it, it's their signature scent, will be men. And I actually think that, a woman could pull this off. I would not be surprised if a few women commented or say that they wore it. So I'm going to go with 1/3 there. 34% will be the ladies. It is a masculine sweet scent. And so, yeah, and when you think of bourbon vanilla, a little bit of woods and some ginger. I guess the ginger would tilt it more to the masculine side, but a woman could pull this off, no doubt. And I have no doubt that she would find this very, 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 very sexy on a man. So the only real caveat there is if you're a guy who does not like sweet fragrances, you will not like this one. In the end, this was another toughie. I feel in my heart, I feel it's a 4. I feel like it's the same par as last week, and I just don't feel like it is original enough. I really enjoyed it. It's sexy. Do I like it better than Individuel, though? I actually don't. I would rather have Individuel, and that one's for $20 USD, and it's cheaper. If it's still available, it might be discontinued. It's cheaper, and I just like it better for me personally. I'm going to go with 4. The hype online, if you look at the comments for people who actually are verified purchases of it, right? Purchasers of it, it's like a 4.8, it's like 4.61 on Fragrantica. Everyone and their dog are giving this a 5. It's the rebel that I am. I am a contrarian, and I think you can pick up on that. First there was Christopher Hitchens, and there's me. So that's the way I'm going to go 4. I'm tempted to run with the pack and give it the 5. It gets on the internet, but I'm going to stick to my guns. Sorry about that. Now, keep in mind, if you saw me last week, I detest these bottles. And thanks, Brian, for pointing out. This is, I think, a cylinder, if I'm saying it right. But this is the whole gun motif for all of these: wanted, most wanted, and it's the weapon of seduction. It's just stupid. It's unneeded and it's dumb. But it is subjective, and so I am not taking off any points whatsoever for that. But I just wanted to point that out. 4 out of 5 for this guy here. I have a little bit of juice left, and I'm sorry to see this one go. I'll go 1 on each side of the neck and 1 on each wrist. 4 out of 5 sprays, flirted with 5 out of 5. But I stuck to my guns. Boom. All right, there you have it. Another review by the boards. I got it done. The voice held through actually quite well. And I think we should probably end on a dad joke and say, I almost didn't record, but I decided to bite the bullet. All right, sorry about that. That probably won't even make it in the recording. You guys take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And always remember, my friends, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. And always remember, my friends, the Chicago Bears beat the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs. Take care, my friends.